Welcome to day 4 of our 7-day Yogalates series to cultivate health, happiness, and inner harmony. In today's stability-centered flow, we will be performing side body sequences to help us strengthen integral muscles in and around the body, and to help us reconnect with the breath and love ourselves from a space of total surrender and unconditional gratitude. So when you're ready, join me in a kneeling position, resting your hands atop of your thighs, lengthening the spine, closing the eyes, allowing the belly to soften, and gifting yourself this space to really set the tone for your practice. Giving yourself permission to decide how it is that you'd like to show up today. Reminding yourself that you always have the choice to embody a different thought, to embody a more empowering emotion. Let us take one nourishing breath together, inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth. Sign it all out, feeling yourself becoming lighter and more at ease. Let's take one more mindful breath, honoring your rhythm. Okay, friends, mindfully blinking the eyes opened, and let's come into a kneeling position. Keeping your left leg where it is, extend your right leg out to the side. Inhale, raise the arms, find length. Exhale, side bend, glide your right arm down your right leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend. Let's go again. Finding a beautiful side body stretch for the obliques and the left side of your torso. Inhale, rise. And on your next exhalation, pause in your lateral spinal flexion. We want to ensure that the toes are facing forwards and that we're grounding into the blade edge of that foot. On your next inhalation, rise up, and from here place your left palm on the earth underneath your left shoulder. Raise your right arm skywards. You might find it helpful to slightly pivot your left shin in on a diagonal, stacking left hip over left knee. On your inhalation, float your right leg up to hip height. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keeping your toes pointed, the kneecap is facing forwards. Really using side body strength, so the obliques as well as the outer glute and the hip to support us. Keeping your shoulders aligned with your elbows and your wrists. Let's go for one more round. From here, keep your leg raised, flex the foot, and find some small pulses. You might like to take a moment to place your palm on your lower belly just to ensure that the abdominals are switched on. We want to support the lumbar region here. Keep your leg up and hold. Drive into the heel of your foot. Mindful breaths. Relaxing the facial features. Unclenching the jaw. Well done. Mindfully release. Lower your left leg down, lower onto your right forearm, pivoting your fingertips towards the left edge of your mat. Keeping your left arm bent, palm is on the earth. Let's extend our left leg towards the outer edge of our mats. Let's begin to lift and lower our top leg, raising and lowering the left leg, pointing your toes, Finding your longest leg line. And we want to ensure that we're lifting the lower portion of the abdominals, so the right side of the torso. We don't want to be hammocking into the belly here. Really driving into your right forearm, your elbow, to help you lift up and out of the shoulder girdle. So we've slightly got our chest pivoted to the left. Let's keep our leg up and find some small pulses here. Beautiful work. Okay, lowering the left leg down, keeping the same positioning with the upper body. From here, we're going to keep the left knee bent, guide the knee behind your right calf, your right heel, raise and extend your leg out to the side. So we guide it behind, we lift, and we kick our leg out to the left. Every time you open your leg out, you're raising your knee so that it's aligned with hip height. And then you're extending that leg, pointing the toes, feeling some beautiful mobility for the hips, as well as strengthening for the outer glutes and the core muscles. Doing the best you can to keep the rest of your body stable. And if you find it helpful to track the movement of your leg with your head, you can definitely do that as well. Let's go for one more round. From here, keep your leg extended, tap the toes down, and we lift and lower. Lift and lower, keeping that leg straight. If you want the challenge, keep your leg hovered off the mat. But if you'd like a gentler variation, you can tap your big toes down every time you lower down. Beautiful work. Return to a tabletop, and let's find some gentle circles with the torso, guiding the hips towards the heels and the shoulders over the wrists, releasing any tension, using this as an opportunity to call upon empowering energy. Slowing it down the movement, and let's rest in child's pose for a breath. Feeling yourself grounding, gifting yourself permission to call upon an empowering affirmation or a wonderful emotion to help you align with the essence of your well-being. Let's take one nourishing breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhalation, use the support of your hands to help you rise up, taking your time. When you're ready, returning to our kneeling position, and let's perform this series on the other side. This time, right knee stays grounded. Extend your left leg out, ground into the blade edge of your left foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, side bend, left arm down your left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend, and again. Beautiful work. On your next exhalation, rest in your side bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right palm under right shoulder. Raise your left arm. Maybe pivot your right shin in, and let's find our supported side plank. On your inhalation, float your left leg up to hip height. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Pointing the toes. keeping the ankle extended. And again, we want to ensure that the toes and the kneecap are facing forwards. Core is switched on, neck is long, finding softness in and around the face. Keep your leg up, flex the foot, and let's come into our pulses, driving into the heel of your left foot. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Keep your leg up and hold. Breathe. Well done. Gently release. Let's lower onto our left forearm. Left fingertips face towards the right edge of your mat. Extend your right knee, guiding your right foot towards the outer edge of your mat. Right palm stays grounded. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, just like this, raising and lowering your leg with control. Every time you raise your leg, pause for a moment to really activate the side body. And mindfully lower down ever so slightly, tapping the big toe mound down and lifting it right back up. Taking a moment to notice what's going on around the core. Is the belly beginning to hammock, to drop? Really lift up through the core. Press into your left forearm, your palm, and your elbow to support you here. Let's keep our leg up and find our small pulses. Mindful breaths. You can do this. You are so strong. Beautiful. Lower your leg down. Keep the upper body as it is, keeping a bend in your right knee. Guide the knee behind your left calf. Raise and open your hip out to the side as you extend your leg. So we're kicking our right leg out. We're raising the knee so that it's at hip height. We're pointing the toes, extending the ankle. And we're keeping the rest of the body stable, so it's just that top hip and the right leg that are moving. Again, if it's helpful, you can absolutely track the movement of your leg with your head. If you're already beginning to feel it, you are not alone. This is going to be a lot more challenging as we've just worked the supporting leg. So now we're doing our best to stay mindful and stay focused. Breathing with a loving compassion. Let's go for one more round. Keep your leg extended and begin to lift and lower that leg. Option to lightly tap your big toe down, or you can keep the leg raised and just lower it towards the earth. You can do this. Let's go for 3 more. Well done, my friends. Gently release. Take a moment in child's pose. And when you're ready, rise into a tabletop, and this time we will lower our hips from one side, return through center, and guide them towards the opposite edge of the mat. Really breathing into the outer glutes here. Great work, my friends. Returning to your tabletop, let's find some hip circles with the right knee, the right leg. Circling your knee and your hip in one direction and swapping the direction. Keeping the core engaged. Now let's swap sides, circling the left hip and the left knee. 3 times in one direction and swapping the direction. Well done. Coming to rest on your shins, let's find a nice side bend. Left palm on the earth as you reach your right arm over to the left. Inhale, return through center, And let's find our cow face pose. So crossing your left knee, top of your right knee, flexing the feet. For a gentler variation, guiding your heels close towards your thighs, or for an intense stretch, keeping your shins parallel with the long edge of your mat. Option to rest your palms on your thighs. Or if you'd like to take this further, raise the arms skywards. Flex your right elbow and use the support of your left hand to guide your elbow behind your back. Maybe staying there is enough for you, or you can lower your left arm. Bend your elbow and maybe join your fingertips together, softening the rib cage, and ever so slightly guiding your chin towards your chest to help you lengthen the back of the neck. Taking mindful, nourishing breaths here. Doing your best to soften the lower body and really release the outer hips and the glutes. Great work. If you were in the arm bind, mindfully releasing, rolling the shoulders back, keep your legs as they are. Let's use the support of our hands to help us guide ourselves towards the right. Continue to pivot behind you, mindfully raising the hips and the legs slightly, and continue to pivot around to the front. And hopefully you'll arrive with your opposite leg on top. So now we've got our right knee stacked on top of the left. If this didn't work, that's okay. Just uncross your legs and place the opposite leg on top. Taking a moment to ensure that your weight is evenly distributed across both glutes, both legs. Maybe you stay here with your palms resting on your thighs. Or if you'd like to take it further, let's find our arm bind, this time left elbow facing skywards and right elbow facing towards the earth. Finding stillness. Beautiful. Gently releasing, rolling the shoulders back. And let's find our mermaid side body stretch on the other side, right palm on the earth. Inhale, raise your left arm, exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, rise up, roll the shoulders back. And let's come into butterfly pose or bound angle. So joining the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to splay wide, feeling a beautiful opening for the glutes and the outer hips. Perhaps you'd like to stay upright or come into a forward fold. Maybe you keep your fingers interlaced around your feet. You could rest your forearms on the mat, or perhaps rest your forehead on the mat. Feeling a tremendous stretch for the outer glutes and the backs of the hips. Taking one cleansing breath in this deep forward fold. When you're ready, mindfully coming up into a seated position, whatever that looks like for you today. Again, lengthening the spine, rolling the shoulders back. You might like to close the eyes. Gift yourself permission to integrate the healing benefits of today's practice into the embodiment of your day. On your next inhalation, reach the arms skywards, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thanking yourself for showing up to today's practice. Sending you love and light. May you be well.